Hi everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying the first, I believe, the first 9 videos of my series of Diabetes Awareness Month. Today is day 10, November 10th, 2018. And today we're going to take a little bit of a switch from talking about low blood sugars. Today we're going to talk about the opposite spectrum, which I'm sure you can guess is high blood sugar. If you don't know what the heck is going on, you've just joined, welcome, subscribe. Just for your information, I'm studying to be, as a recap, I'm studying to be a dental hygienist. I'm from Wisconsin, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for approximately 3 months, going on 4. So with that being said, today's question about diabetes awareness is, what is hyperglycemia? How do you correct it, and what does it feel like? What has been your worst hyperglycemia value or experience since your diagnosis? So, first of all, what is hyperglycemia? What's the opposite of hypoglycemia? Hyperglycemia. Hyper means high, glycemia means sugar, and emia means blood. So high sugar in blood. That is what hyperglycemia is. How do you correct it? Well, if you have too much sugar in your blood, you need more insulin to bring that sugar down. So that's how we correct it. If we test our blood sugar and our blood sugar is above a certain level that our doctor tells us, or is at a very dangerous high level, we have to administer a correction dose of insulin. For some people, it might take them several units to get them down, depending on where their blood sugar is. For other people, like myself, I usually only take a half a unit for every 50 points I am above 100. So I'm very sensitive, but some people it might take more. What does it feel like to have high blood sugar? What are the symptoms you experience? Okay, so first of all, at diagnosis, you're going to be going through a lot of the high blood sugar symptoms that you can experience after you're diagnosed and have been dealing with diabetes for a while. So you might have super dry skin, your face will be flushed. You'll probably be extremely thirsty because your body is trying to flush the excess sugar from your blood through the urinary system. In addition to being really thirsty, you're probably going to be peeing a lot, again, to flush the excess sugar out of your body. You'll probably be really tired, lack of interest, you'll probably be moody, you could have headaches, vision changes. You know, a lot of the things can be similar to a low blood sugar, but there are some distinct characteristics between a low and a high. Like, if you're high, you're probably going to be feeling thirsty, versus if you're low, you're probably going to be feeling, you know, super hungry. And some people, if their blood sugar is high, they will feel hungry. I personally don't experience this. A good indicator for me, if I am high, I'm usually not very hungry. I'm really only just want water, or I'm super tired and I don't want to do anything, or I don't have an interest in doing anything. So, quite personally, high blood sugars feel awful. Like, obviously at diagnosis, my blood sugar was really high, so I felt awful. But anytime for me, if my blood sugar is above, like personally for me, if I test myself and my blood sugar is above 180 milligrams per deciliter, I'll put it in millimoles per liter here. I believe that would be equivalent of 10 millimoles per liter, because it's divided by 18, but I'll still put it here anyway. If I'm above 180, I definitely feel high. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be super thirsty at 180, or I'm going to feel like I don't want to do anything at 180, but I will definitely start feeling like a little bit of dry skin, or a little bit flushed and red, or just not super hungry. I hope this kind of makes sense to you guys. Again, everybody's going to go through different types of high blood sugar symptoms. And another thing you could experience is ketones in the urine, and that has everything to do with diabetic ketoacidosis. If you stay tuned for tomorrow's video, we're going to talk more in depth about ketones and what do they mean for a diabetic, and what does it have to do with hyperglycemia, and what to look out for. My worst hyperglycemia experience since being diagnosed isn't probably as bad as some. My highest blood sugar ever was at my diagnosis was 513 milligrams per deciliter. And since I've been home, the highest blood sugar I've had, I believe, was 279 milligrams per deciliter. Didn't stay there very long just because I wanted to correct it quick. Within a couple hours, I was back down to about 135, I want to say, so I cut it in half, basically. so I was able to cut my blood sugar in half in about 2 hours, so it wasn't as big of a deal, but I definitely did not feel good at that point. I believe that was during when I was transitioning out of my honeymoon, when I was still trying to figure out and get back on higher insulin doses. That's how everything was kind of playing out with those higher blood sugars. With that being said, I hope to never really see super high blood sugars again. However, as a diabetic, we have to be prepared that sometimes, no matter what we do or how little we eat or how much insulin we take, we're going to have high blood sugars and might not be able to explain it. The body's strange. Same thing with, in contrast with the low blood sugar. We can eat a lot or not take as much insulin, and sometimes we can't figure out why we're running low. It's just weird. The body does some crazy things. So no matter what the case, if we're out of range on the high end or if we're out of range on the low end, we better know how to properly take care of it. So again, this sums up everything to do with hyperglycemia. Tomorrow's video will go a little bit more in depth with the ketones. Hi everyone, it's Maddie again. I'm in the middle of editing this video, and I forgot to mention that I didn't mention what I consider high blood sugar. As far as if I test myself, what do I consider as a level of high blood sugar? Even though my blood sugar targets 100 milligrams per deciliter, I'll put it in millimoles here. I consider high blood sugar anything over 150 milligrams per deciliter, and I'll put that in millimoles per liter here. Again, somebody might define high blood sugar as that when they first getting symptoms, but usually I define it at 150, and then I usually won't start experiencing symptoms, like I had said previously, until about 180. So that's all I wanted to say for this, and back to the regular sit-down video. I hope this helped you better understand what hyperglycemia is, if you are a non-diabetic, or if you're newly diagnosed, or you just enjoy watching me talk about diabetes, especially type 1 diabetes, because that's what I live with. Anyways, share this video, like, subscribe. I hope you're enjoying these kinds of things, and until tomorrow, take care, God bless, have a fantastic day. If you're a diabetic, I hope your blood sugars are good and they're not giving you too many problems as we're getting closer and closer to the holidays, especially in America, to Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. I hope they're not going like a roller coaster and, you know, making you feel like crap. So anyways, take care, God bless, see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.